And hello again out there, everybody. This is going to be a quick video tutorial on how to grow your tree by adding some of your DNA matches to your tree, even though you do not know how you are connected to that particular person. What you see on the screen now is part of my tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at one of my brother's DNA matches, as we have here. So all these matches are also mine. What I'm doing, I'm just going to pick a name, uh, just as if this was one name that I really wanted to add to my tree for one reason or the other. So I'm just going to pick this name here, Peyton, and I'm going to open this in a new tab. And you see here we'll have the person's tree, and I'm going to expand the tree all the way. And I made note here that this is the home person because the home icon here is grayed out. So this is the person that I'm adding to my tree right here. Again, I have no idea how we are related, but my thinking is that by adding this person to my tree now, eventually, as I get further back in that person's pedigree, I'm going to come into some names that match somebody else and we'll know the connection. So what I want to do is go back to the first person that, starting with my target person, going back to the first person on either maternal or paternal side that has a name. If it's listed as private, you can't use that, of course. But here's the name. I'm going to use her father's name. So I'm going to just left click that and it'll bring up this dialog box here. I want to right click on the work profile and open this in a new tab. And here, this person is here. So what I want to do now is I want to come over here to the top right corner of the screen where it says Tools, click it, and then I want to click on Save to Tree. And that's going to bring up this dialog box. You then have to tell it, if you've got more than one tree, as I do, you want to click the down arrow and pick the tree that you want to add that person to, and then come over and click on Add a New Person. So I click this, and it's going to bring up this dialog box here, and you can make any changes or corrections here that you need to. I'm going to change the date to the correct date format, and I'm going to go ahead and put the correct wording on this location. So I've got this good. I've got the person and middle name, last name, and a suffix, and the date of birth, death, location, etc. And I'm going to save this person now to my tree. So this person is already in my tree now, Solomon Foster. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back to I guess it's over here. Okay, I'm sorry. My tree is way over here. So I just added Solomon Foster. So I'm going to come to my tree search, and I'm going to click on search, and I'm going to search for his name. And there it is right there. So now all of a sudden this person is in my tree, and I can go ahead and close this box now because that's no longer needed. So I've got her father in here, so I can go ahead and add her into the tree next. I could have added his spouse, but I can add her. Let me see, what's the name again? Peyton Simmons. So I'm going to go add child. Oops, getting ahead of myself here. Okay, fill out as much as this as you can. Click on save, and just like that, Peyton is now in my tree. This is my tree here, and she is in the tree. Of course, you can go on further if you want to. I'll go ahead and add her mother, Hilda Simmons. And what was her date of birth? 1947. Okay, and I'm going to save this. So now, just like that, I've got Peyton and both her parents in my tree. Of course, if I wanted to, now I can just go ahead and keep going back as far as I could until hopefully I'll come into a name that I recognize and can connect it to somebody else that's already in my tree. But anyway, that's that. Just like this, we've gone through the steps to add a new person to your tree, even though you don't know how the two of you are connected. Now, on that note, that is going to conclude this video.